Hello, hello. Hey, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. And I'll just wait for Megs. Hello. Okay, so I think I know how to do this. I think I sent you a request. First time I'm doing it, so we'll see if it works.
Hi.
Hey!
How are you?
Woo! I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Can
Well,
you
I
hear
think
me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yay! Okay, so I think we can just get started. Hey everyone, welcome. This is M.C.Solaris, Paranormal Romance author of the Orion's Order series. And I'm so excited to be here today with Megs. Hey Megs.
Hi from Australia.
Hi, yes, it is 9:30 in the morning for you?
10:30.
10:30. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
No, you're right.
So today we're here to talk all things Orion's Order, books, bookish friend things, characters. I don't know what I'm saying.
It's okay.
So the intention with these videos and really the vibe is just casual conversations. It's
Yeah.
like you're just chatting with a friend about all the things, all the bookish things that come up. So I think we'd start with a little fun fact here. So, fun fact this is the first time Megs and I are talking. So,
Absolutely. This is the first time I've done anything like this.
yeah, it's other than doing a couple live videos, this is all brand new to me. So, thank you, Megs, for being
That's
here.
okay. Thank you.
So excited. I'm just turning up the volume a smidge. Um, Yay! So, I don't know. Where do we want to start? Do you have any questions? We just want to dive in. Maybe we should do like an icebreaker. I don't even know.
We can do an icebreaker.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I'm 42. I have a little girl and two puppies, one sitting right here with me. Well, I
Oh,
shouldn't say puppies anymore, but yeah. I've got Sunny and Simmy. Simmy was actually named after a character out of Sherilyn Kenyon's books, if you know that author.
I haven't read it yet, but on my TBR.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there was a little demon in her books, but she's a good demon. So, but yeah, no, I've got two little puppos with me at the moment, and my husband's at work, and yeah, that's me. And I love reading.
Yay! Don't we all? Wait, you call your puppies puppos?
Puppos, yeah.
Wait, is that
They're only little. I'll see if I can get him.
yes, I
This is
want to.
this is Sunny.
Hi, Sunny.
Hi, Sunny. And Simmy probably won't come up.
Timmy, that little
She's
demon.
yeah, that's it. That's it. She's on the floor.
How fun.
Yeah.
So wait, break this down for this American California girl over here.
Sorry.
Puppo. That like in a is that
It's just a little lingo I've got. Our
is it a
puppos
made
or
lingo or
puppies.
an Australian?
It's just made up.
A made okay, so it's a made up.
Totally made up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
occasionally my husband says it, so it's just kind of stuck.
okay. So if I were to go to Australia and say puppos, people would be like, what the heck are you talking about?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm really glad I asked because I will not do that then.
Let's make the world open soon. I got a new passport and everything, and then the world shut down.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you get a passport for a reason or?
Yeah, we were going on a trip to Hawaii for my best friend's 40th. And yeah, 6 weeks out and the world shut down. So
Yeah.
it was really sad.
Did you guys reschedule or are you guys going to go again?
Eventually we will. We are going to go. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But before?
Pardon?
Have you been to Hawaii before?
No, this would have been my first time.
Ooh.
So on American soil too. So yeah.
Wow, what a great first destination.
Yeah. But I think the next time it's going to be bigger and better. So yeah.
Wait, what's bigger and better? I'm a total
As in a bigger trip. Like let's tour the whole place. So yeah.
The whole US? Wow, that would take
it's going to be longer than 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Okay. So, let's see. I guess we can dive into some of the questions and kind of just go from there, maybe.
Happy? I'm happy. Yep, all good.
Okay, cool. Oh, hey, Kesa. Oh, wait, we have some people here. Hey, hello, everyone.
Okay. There's some of my friends as well. Hi, everyone.
Is that okay? I was like, wait, I don't recognize some of these people.
And my auntie.
Oh, hello, Auntie. So glad you're here. All right. So I think maybe we just start with, do you remember why you even picked up Calypso's Heart and decided to dive into the story?
I actually was I was asked to be part of a review team called Book Sirens. And your book actually jumped out at me. So I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. So I decided to read it and I loved it. So yeah. And then all of a sudden, you know, we started communicating and, you know, you got me on your ARC team and yeah. And then I got Riker's Key and that was just as good. So yeah. So I've got them both and I love them. So I'm pretty happy.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Yeah. So very happy. Ecstatic. Love it. I'm loving writing reviews. So it's good.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you love writing reviews. Not everyone like on the review jam. And so I guess we'll just take a moment to say thank you, Megs, and to all the Megs out there that are like love writing reviews and love doing that because it makes such an impact, at least for not only just self-published authors like myself, but all the range of authors, the opinions and the reviews and the feedback, it helps on
absolutely.
And so I just want to thank you for that because I know it takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to write these reviews too. Not many people like to do that, right?
No, like, exactly.
Write a review usually.
I've got like a special template that I adapt to each and every book that I read. And I actually wrote a review yesterday for another author. So I'm well and truly into it. So yeah, it's good.
When did you get started on doing reviews?
Probably, I'm going to say maybe 2 years ago now. Yeah.
Nice.
For an author, Donna Grant. So I think I've mentioned her to you before. Yeah. She's really good. And she does Facebook Lives. But, you know, we can't communicate. We can communicate by typing, but we can't communicate like this. So this is cool. This is actually cool to actually talk to you. So
like it. I mean, I wasn't sure how it's gonna go. Just kind of going off the fly here. So do you enjoy it?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really fun. Except it's like going into nighttime over there. So everyone's having a wine or something to wind down, and I'm sitting over here in the morning having a coffee or a drink of water. So.
Well, I just have my water, so you know. Wait, we have questions. Let's see. Oh, hello. Oh yeah. So Kesa, that's my sister. If you didn't know.
Oh, hello.
She's also the inspiration. A lot of well, I'll just say it this way. A lot of Star is inspired by Kesa. And she actually visited, my sister Kesa, she visited Australia and she's like obsessed with it. I am too.
Yay!
And so it's like Australian accent, so I had to join. I don't know, you can see these comments, Megs? Maybe not.
I can see them. It's covering my face, but that's okay with me.
I'm not sure why it's doing that.
It says, what part of Australia? I'm from Brisbane.
Okay. I was going to pronounce Brisbane, so I'm really glad. I'm really glad it, not me.
It's okay. It's okay. It's like my full name's Megan, but I know you guys say it Megan. So yeah. Without the H. Without the H.
Okay, wait. I'm saying Megs. Is that not okay?
That's fine. No, absolutely fine. Yeah.
Okay. But should it be Megs? How do you say it?
Megs.
Megs. Okay.
Exactly that. Yeah. Yeah.
Megs.
You're good. You're good.
You gotta let me know if I'm like butchering. Okay,
no,
wait.
You're fine.
So what part of Australia? So it's not pronounced Brisbane, but Brisbane?
Yes. Yeah.
Brisbane. Okay.
Hold on. Yeah.
Hey, I got one thing right. So yeah, my
Yeah.
sister loved Brisbane, and it's one of her favorite places. Okay, I need to go. We always talk about, going off to Australia or New Zealand. We're like, we just gonna go. And you're
New Zealand has less. I've not been there, but no snakes or spiders.
Okay, that's like the one thing. So I told my boyfriend, we're not even talking about book things now, but I told my boyfriend, like, let's go to Australia, and he's like, I'm down, but the bugs there, Marina, you're not going to be down with the bugs. And I was like, yeah. And then
it's not horrible. Like, 42, lived here all my life. It's good. You just stomp your feet around if you feel like there's a snake.
Oh, and then I'd be running.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm terrified of them, but it is what it is.
Right. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so Kaysa's asking. Thank you, Kaysa. Who is your favorite character?
Oh, it's really hard. I was like, umming and ahhing about who exactly my favorite character is. I'd have to say the twins. They just jump at me. They're so hilarious, like the way that they tease everybody, or just have like a little sparring moment, and they throw like lollies and whatever at each other and that sort of thing. Yeah, definitely the twins, like both of them. Yeah, I'm pretty, that's them.
So the twins, they're your favorite.
They're my favorite.
Can you choose between one, or not sure? You're waiting for Ryland's book, probably.
Well, Ryland's free, so I'm kidding. I'm married, but in the imaginary world, he's free, so we can go there in the imaginary world.
Well, you said the twins, so I mean, imaginary world. That means like you're gonna have both of them, reverse harem, right? Megs with the reverse.
Well, there you go. Oh dear. I hope my aunt's not watching now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. She's fine. She'll be fine.
She's
there. She might have gone.
Yeah, they are romance books, and it does get a little steamy. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So speaking of romance books and like family being here, do you ever like, I don't know. Does your husband know you read these books? And
oh yes. I've read them for quite some time, so yeah.
So he
certainly does.
Like secretly, you don't know this, but he like secretly takes notes when you're like not. He'll like pull over your books and be like, okay.
Not at all. Not at all. I think I started reading a little bit to him, and he's like, yeah, whatever. That's for me. It's my time. That's my time.
Yep.
My reading's my time. It takes me to another world, so that's my holiday. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I feel you. Okay. So speaking of escaping and into other worlds, do you feel like the Orion's Order books provided that to you? Like you got an escape, or like what was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like hands down. Like they just you know, took me to another world straight away. And it was it was really cool the way you've like crossed over from like human world to the species, you know. Like I thought that was really cool, the how there was like this barrier and only they can get through, and like it was really good, you know. Like I really loved the way that you did that, and you know, you were able to kind of, you know, incorporate that into your books and that sort of thing. So yeah, it was really good. I loved it. Yeah.
Thank you.
It took a little bit like when I started reading Calypso's Heart, it took a little bit. I was like, what's going on here? You know, there's, you know, she's human. I thought, you know, she's human, and then all of a sudden she's completely different. So it was really cool. And then, you know, it just took off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't put it down after that. I was like, wow, okay.
Right after the well, I don't know, I guess we can kind of spoilery here after she gets kidnapped, really, right? That's like,
that's it.
really starts to like snowball, and
then she's like, hang on, I'm not really of that world, I'm of this world. So yeah,
and even she doesn't know, like confused, and is like, what is going on? Like, what's happening here?
yeah.
So Casa's just off the fly with questions here. Thank you, Casa.
Thank you.
Right, yeah. Should pay her for this. So, which characters are you most similar to? These are, okay, Marquesa, these are like, or Casa, these are like questions that, I didn't even like show her the questions. She's just on that vibe. So I know I asked.
All right, no, that's good. That's good.
So, which one of the characters are you most similar to, or do you like resonate with the most?
I like that. I'm eating chips watching.
Chips as in like, wait, so in like, sorry, tangent. In like the UK, chips are like French fries, right? Are chips,
well,
what are chips in Australia?
Chips is like a packet of, you know, Doritos or something.
Okay.
You know, it's all good. I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, I'm always just so curious about that. Okay, so which character do you resonate with the most?
Well, I'm a nurse, so I feel like I'm like one of the healers. So yeah, I think I kind of relate to that sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I was kind of feeling, is like you're the healer vibe. I already knew you were a nurse. Yeah. And by the way, thank you for being a nurse.
Okay.
Being on the front line, doing all the things for the past year for this crazy world.
Absolutely.
So of the healers in the species world, so this kind of ties into some other question that I was going to ask you. So of the healers of the species world, there's different kinds of healers. So we have the mind healers and the spirit healers and the body healers. So of those, and there's other kind of healers that you guys don't even know about yet. But anyways, and I'll just say, like, within the healing realm, there's also like specialties. So like, Aaliyah is, actually you've seen it in book 2, she actually heals animals too. So it's not just species of like the two. So do you have a particular healer that you healing specialty that you resonate with?
Probably the body more than anything. Yeah. And that's only because my field is orthopedic. So all your broken bones, you know, I'm in there helping. So yeah.
I know you're
not infectious diseases. I can't.
No. Especially after last year.
Oh yeah.
The year must not ever be named. So
no.
Okay.
Thank God for books.
So do you resonate with Aaliyah, or is it just body healers in general, or do you resonate with any aspects of Aaliyah?
I think her type is a bit different to mine by the sounds of where things are going. But just the body stuff, like the body healer. Yeah, I think that's all I can really say about that one.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to give too much away either for people that haven't read anything. So
yeah. So
I'm not a real spoiler girl.
I know, me neither. It makes it a bit tough, but we can give little, tidbits and sneak peeks.
Like, I suppose at the moment, like, my heart breaks for her because, she's really, and I'm even like, hang on, she's not going to Nico next, she's going to Deacon. And I'm like, oh, what's happening? What's happening?
Right? You mean Reed?
Yeah. Like, oh dear.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. You meant like the books that are going next. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like on a totally other way. I was like, wait, Aaliyah's not going to be with Deacon. What are you
No. As in, like, the next book's not, the one I anticipated. I'm like, but where? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anymore.
I know. So we'll just say the way book 2 ended, by the way, with you guys, I was also shocked. Like, okay, so side note, if you didn't know this about me, I'm not like sitting there like with like these like devil horns and I'm like, I'm gonna end the book this way. Like, okay, so how it works for me is like I literally just whatever I see is what I write. And so when I was writing book 2, I saw the end of book 2 and I was like, what? It can't end like that. So I'm with you guys 100%. And so, yeah, I was also shocked that book 3 is Deacon's story.
Yeah.
When you read it, hopefully you'll see why it had to be that way.
Okay.
When I was writing it, it was, it was the same thing where I was like, but wait a minute, like, hold on, part of my heart was just ripped out. Like,
yeah, right at the end, I'm like, no.
Exactly. And no one dies, by the way. No one dies. Just to let everyone know.
Okay.
I'm not like, okay, so I should have said this, like some authors, like they love killing off characters, and that's actually like one of the reasons why I couldn't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The first time one of the main characters, I think it was the dad, he dies or something. I was like, oh, I'm out. I can't do this. I cannot do that. I get so emotionally attached to characters where I'm like, no. So anyone who ever reads my books, like, not saying like people won't die. I mean, people died in book 2, right? But
baddies.
The baddies, yeah. Always good versus evil, and like I believe good will prevail. Like things will happen, will get crazy, but I don't ever foresee like main characters getting killed off or anything, because that would just really kill a part of me too.
yeah I get it.
So yeah, as you're reading book 3, you'll hopefully see why, because that's what I had aha moments along the way. And you'll also, I'll say this without giving spoilers, but you'll also see a couple of glimpses of a certain character and what's going on there. And so I'm going to just say, have faith that like things will work out.
Okay.
That's what let's see. Okay, so for the win here, honestly, I felt so stressed out at the end of book 2. Yeah.
A loaf of bread. You poor thing.
Wait, what did I remember calling MC.
She said she had a loaf of bread and her stomach hurt all night.
Okay, but real note, this loaf of bread situation is not for her. Being frazzled, like, what is happening? And then I ate a loaf of bread. My stomach hurt all night. Of course. Okay, so yeah, I was actually going to ask this too. So Megs, when did you start reading romance books?
My sister-in-law, like, I actually was off reading for a long time, and my sister-in-law gave me, okay, brace yourselves, Twilight.
Why like that. Okay, first of all,
brace yourselves.
I
went from like kiddie romance to, don't get me wrong, I loved it. But yeah, no, I went from that to, full on, she found J.R. Ward and Lara Adrian and all that sort of, so, intense. We went from Twilight to whoa. So in
right.
a few years, and like we just didn't stop. And she basically got me on to Donna Grant, and like I took off with Donna Grant. But I've kept up with J.R. Ward, I've kept up with Lara Adrian, and now others like yourself. Like I've got yours now, and I've got the copies.
Yay!
And I've stuck my stickers in with my goodie bags. I've got, like all my little bookmarks and stuff like that, Yeah. So, yeah. But, yeah. That's kind of how I got started. Yeah. So, and that was back in, 2008. So, yeah. And I've really just taken off from there. So, even Gina Showalter as well. I think that's how you say it. Yeah. So just really paranormal. Like I've gotten into a few of Lara Adrian's other romance novels, but nothing that really grabbed me like the paranormal world.
Man, I feel that is the same. And it's a pretty similar story to me. So like when I was younger, like I'm talking middle school, I was like reading. I loved fantasy books.
Yes.
I was like reading nonstop. I remember my mom had to come in my room several times. Is that the demon?
No, that's the other one.
So my mom had to come to my room and be like, Marina, you got to read it. Oh, Sonny.
Come on, up. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Sorry.
Okay. We all have little fur babies. Well, not everyone.
That's it.
I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. So just a similar story. So when I was in middle school, I would read all the time, and my mom would have to come in the room and be like, you got to stop reading and go outside today. Like I was obsessed with it. And then when it was, when I got older and we started getting like assigned reading, I just fell off of like the books that I liked, and I ended up just reading all the things that we were assigned. Like, I'm sure they're good books, but they were all boring. They're not what I wanted, right?
Yeah.
And I got into like a lot of like movies, the comic book movies and like TV shows. So I just kind of stopped reading. And then I think it's been a couple years ago, like only like 3 years maybe. I don't even. I started reading Nora Roberts. It was her Three Sisters trilogy, just really light, airy, fairy kind of books. I love her books so much. And I blew through all of her trilogies, her fantasy trilogies. And then my friend Courtney, the one I did the live with the other day, she was like, she suggested J.R. Ward. And then so to go from like Nora Roberts to J.R. Ward is like, just like you were saying, like you're going.
That's intense. Yeah. It's like 0 to 100. Yeah.
Yes. And I was like, oh, this is my jam. Like, I love Nora Roberts, but like, this is my jam right here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. It was like, whoa. Yeah. Definitely.
My sister, how do we get off Meg's face?
I don't know. I don't want to pause it or do something crazy.
I know. I don't think that there is a way. When I was on the live with Courtney the other day, she was saying that it's just like that. Definitely.
I'm still here though.
Yeah, I mean, I can still see you. It's kind of weird. That's how they do that. That tap the 3 dots on the bottom left, turn off commenting. Oh, but if we turn off commenting, then we can't see. Then we can't see all of your good questions to help us keep going here.
Oh, hold on. Cancel. Oops. I don't know what happened there. Oh, there we go. Nope.
Okay. I did it, but
now, there we go. Now we can't see the comments.
I know.
You can
Wait,
see me though.
wait, let me try it again. Oh no, it just turns it back on.
Oh, hello, my husband's watching. Hi, Matt.
Hi, husband. Okay, now we have to be good. We can't be talking about what we were talking
Oh, I don't mind.
about. And I love that your husband's here. My boyfriend, he would just.
He knew I was doing it today. So.
I told my boyfriend like 5
Stop.
times, like, what's up? Yeah, hey.
Yes,
Stop.
up.
I told my boyfriend like 5 times I was doing this, and he still forgot. And he called me like 30 minutes before we were doing this, and I was like, I'm trying to get ready here, and he's like, oh yeah. But he's being nice. He's picking us up dinner and stuff. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Matt, can you get dinner for tonight then?
Right.
And pick
Like,
Shayla up.
what else do I need to do here?
Pick up our daughter.
Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to go back to our list of possible questions. So I think we kind of talked about this a little bit, but I'm going to kind of spin the question. So we talked about how, like, if you were a specian or you lived in the species world, like, you feel like you'd be a healer because, like, that's just who you are. But do you have I wish, like, yes, I know I'm a healer, but, like, I wish I would actually be something else, like a vampire or a dragon. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, wait. So would you want to be like a dragon shifter, or would you want to like be like a dragon rider? So it's like
Both.
Both. Okay.
Both.
Too funny. Too funny.
Yeah, my husband just went, see ya.
Oh, I see. So he just popped on for like a hot second. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Poor husband.
Yeah, no, I've actually got a few little dragons there.
Oh, okay. So like dragons are your thing.
I know
Okay,
they're
wait.
stuffed dragons, and I'm 42, but oh well.
Hey,
it is what it is.
Stories, like
I've even got. Sorry, dragging you around the bedroom.
Oh, yay! I love it. Are those like? Is that like a quartz crystal on the bottom?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, little tiny. Yeah,
love it. Okay, so dragons. Did you see the newsletter, Megs?
Yes, I did. I read that. I was like, ooh.
Did you read part?
Wait, there's more. I like it. No, I like it. I like where it's going.
Yeah. I think you'll like part 2. And so yeah. I really do want to write this world. So the dragons put in and for those of you who aren't in the newsletter, it's actually on my website. You can just Google I'm sure you could Google it, but you could go to my website, mcsolaris.com, The Dragon King. I don't know if that's going to end up being the title, but Dragon Kings. Okay, I love it.
A little cushion.
I love it.
That's from Donna Grant.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what the title's. It's just for the newsletter. I don't know what the title was. Yeah. I just called it The Dragon King. But you'll see part 1. I included just like a little excerpt, and you can see that on the website. Part 1, and part 2 will be in the next newsletter, and I think you'll like it. But I do want to write these dragon stories. This is one of the ones where I like got it all in a dream. Courtney and I were talking about it, and it was I just woke up and it was like the whole series came to me in like that whole dream, and so I wrote it all, and I keep getting like little pieces here and there. And so that tells me like, okay, it's like in the works, it's simmering in the background. So definitely dragons. I'm going to be writing dragons soon, someday. Who knows when.
That's cool. Cool. They're good.
love dragons. Love all of it.
Obsessed.
Obsessed with them. There are dragons in the species world.
Oh, yes.
As Callie, as you learn, I think in book 1, the myth is they're all asleep or they've all gone. Actually, I probably shouldn't give any spoilers, but as the way the phrasing, I'll just say it like this: the way the phrasing is, and when it talks about dragons in book 1, it's very, very intentional, and that will come into play when it's time to write the dragon series in the species world. And I have all of that one outlined too. I have several of those scenes and the storyline. So one day, so little time, right? Okay. Bye. Looks like Marquise is going. Bye. Okay, so do you have a favorite? I'll ask this for both of the books, but do you have a favorite quote or scene from Calypso's Heart?
Oh gosh. I'm trying to flash back and think. I think when she turns into the Ice Queen. And everyone's like on eggshells around her going, oh gosh, but then she breaks through that. Like, she was so strong and she broke through that. So that was cool. Like, that whole scene, it was like everyone was like, oh, what's going on now? And we knew why it happened, but her processing it was really intense. And so that for that book, definitely.
The Ice Queen.
That was my favorite scene in that one. That was kind of funny, but then you're like, oh, don't make fun of her, don't say anything, everyone be quiet.
Yeah, the one where she is she just got into the fight with Ryland, and she's like punching it out on the bag or wherever she was in the gym, and then she bursts open the doors and she's like Ice Queen, and then she storms out, and then all the guys are like,
that way.
What was that all about, right?
Yeah. That would have to be like my favorite, part of that book, was that change in her and how she dealt with it, and so
and how she didn't just stay there, and how she acknowledged, totally being a capital B. Like, that's not good. I mean, we all make mistakes in life, and that's one thing that I liked about writing Callie, was that she owned up to it, and she knew being like a total B, or like she made a mistake or whatever, she would just own up to it. And sometimes that's really hard to do, like in real life, to just
definitely
I'm sorry, like, just apologizing, it's a hard thing to do. And I really appreciated that about her character, is that she apologized. It was like thoughtful, and
the way she acknowledged, I was the Ice Queen, and it was intense, but I'm all right now. I made it through. So and
it's, I mean, like, we all process differently, and so some people may read Callie's reactions to when she turns into the Ice Queen, and they may be like, wait, I don't understand, like, why she's doing that. But it's like, something about these stories, and I've said this before, is I hope it gives people like an opportunity to like bear witness to people in their own journey, like an opportunity to be like, okay, like, to see them and to feel them and to just be better listeners, and not so like judgmental, and be like, that's how they process it, and be more like compassionate.
Definitely. Let them deal with it the way they need to deal with it, and then work through it. So
and like a help, like, she doesn't like, she's not like total B like all the time. She was, she was angry, and she was hurt, frustrated, and confused, and it just,
but you could understand, I could understand like where she was coming from and why she felt that way. Absolutely. So Yeah.
And what about in Riker's Key? Do you have like a favorite scene or a quote or something that stuck with you?
When the baddie got into her mind and she was like in that, I suppose you could call it prison in her head. She was stuck. She
Yeah.
couldn't get out. You know, that was intense. That was even more intense than the Ice Queen. And then yeah, and I just thought, how is she going to get out of here? And you know, and then when Riker did what he did, you know, I thought, oh God, no. And then yeah, but again, you know, happy, but it was again intense, but you know, that's what kind of keeps you coming back, and you just want to reread it again and go through that again, and you know, relive that adventure, or you know, that part of, you know, breaking through something and getting there. And yeah, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does make sense. That ending scene, well, I'm calling it a scene, but it was like that whole like essentially it's like the climax of their story.
Yeah, it was.
So the climax, that actually, interestingly enough, that whole scene of the we'll just call it the climax scene.
Yeah.
Uh, Maybe we shouldn't because we're talking about like romance books. Like not
The climax scene.
not the like
I don't know what to call
the climax in the story plot for book two, whatever. Anyways, okay, so um
the intense moment.
yeah, the super advocate, ultimate intense moment for their story
Yeah.
came, and it actually came to me when I was still writing Calypso's Heart. I was about 3/4 of the way through. It was like after their scene in the club in book one, after Riker and Keenan in book one, that's when I started to see their whole story and started to unfold. And
Yeah.
that's when I was like, oh, okay, so like their story is next. And not only that, then I whole I don't know, download or whatever of that scene, the climax scene in book. And so so as I was still writing book one, I was like, hold on, I need to write this down. So I wrote down their whole that whole thing, and it's so powerful. I love how Riker what he does for Tina and for them, and even this moment before he like goes in, you know, it's hard not to give any spoilers, but basically there's this moment where he chooses her, and he will always choose her, and he said that even though she said like, don't do that if that means like it's gonna guys up. And the moment right before he goes in, he looks at his brother. I don't know if you remember this, but he looks at Riker.
Yeah.
And they have that moment, and it was just like, oh my God. Yeah. That was
And also there was probably 2 scenes in that where she does her dance as well. That was pretty special. So yeah. I'll just say special.
Right. Yes. You guys who don't know, Tina is so she's a mind and spirit healer, and so she teaches like mindful movement and like organic movement, and the way she uses her healing gifts is through like body and mind movement. So it's very similar to yoga, and so she actually teaches yoga. On top of that, she also does like pole dancing for fun and for healing, and you can actually see her go through how she uses movement of the body and connecting the mind, body, and spirit, and through breath and movement to heal. And so it's a healing therapeutic thing, but at the same time, she also does dance for Riker. So it's that
was pretty cool.
It was.
That was good.
I love that so much. Did you know that I put her playlist? I actually created the playlist and I put it on Spotify.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I have to get onto hubby's Spotify and download another list.
Yeah. So
okay, what's this? Oh, you remember?
So it is that it has a bunch of cuss words. So just FYI.
Yeah, that's good.
So if you guys read book 2 and you realize you don't know what these songs are, you can go with it. There was something else I was going to share about Kina, but I can't remember now. Yeah, anyways. So, that's what it was. So, for those of you guys who don't know, I actually am I am a yoga teacher, and I have taught feminine movement for a long time. And so that part of Kina is actually inspired by elements of my life. And I do pole dancing too. Right now,
cool.
I'm on the injury list right now, so I haven't been doing it for a second. But yeah, and so that part of Kina is actually some parts it really, I guess even when I'm writing these books, it feels very like vulnerable, and like I'm sharing parts of myself with like random strangers in the world, you know, like writing can be a very vulnerable experience. And so that aspect of Kina was actually, it really felt like exposed, like I'm writing parts you guys like get like glimpses into my diary essentially. So it's very, I don't know how you guys feel about FYI.
Well,
I don't know if other authors are like that, but that's kind of how not every aspect of
I think with other authors it would be hard not to kind of put a part of yourself in there. Like I know J.R. Ward I just feel like she's just a part of that world. Like she has the Caldwell Journal and all that sort of thing that she brings out, and it's like the characters are actually talking to you and, you know, communicating with everybody. So I think, you know, it's so true that you share a part of yourself with whatever you write, especially when, you know, it's something that you're relating to personally outside the novel itself. So yeah,
right.
So I agree with you. Yeah.
And sometimes the silliest of things can come into and it's like a side silly thing that really, like Courtney the other day, so on the other live, she shared her favorite scene was and probably people are like, what is she even talking about? I don't even remember this, but one of Callie's terrible dates that she was talking about was Mr. Stickshift, the guy who was obsessed with his manual transmission car. That made it into the book because that was my best friend Courtney, that actually happened. So sometimes like there's parts of the story that are like super like vulnerable, and it's like you guys are like taking a glimpse into like my diary essentially, and then there's some parts that are just really silly and funny. Like,
and that's good, you know, that's good. It's like letting it out.
I mean writing is very therapeutic. It is, and you guys probably get glimpses of like who I am as a person and things like that, but also these characters, they have like a mind of their own. I don't know, hey Mary, you're LOLing. I don't know what I said that was funny, but I'm glad I could make you laugh. P.S. I'm still trying to get okay with being on camera. So
it's okay, me too. This is the first time I've ever done this, so
thank you. Thank you for doing this.
All good.
What was I even talking about? No, I don't even remember.
Pieces of you in the books.
Oh, yeah. So
it's relating.
I think it's like a hodgepodge. Like sometimes you'll see, and like my friend Courtney, she's like, I'm reading Callie and I can see like it's like how you speak, but it's just not what you would say, kind of a thing. So you guys can probably get a glimpse of like me as my personality and like how I write and things like that, but also these characters are just so themselves. So like they tell me what to say. And you know what's funny is sometimes I'll be writing and I'll write a certain word, and then it's like this they like are in my head and they're like, wait, no, I don't want that word. And I'm like, but I like that word. And they're like, no, this is my part. I'm speaking here. Like, this is what I need to say. I literally have like arguments with them. I'm like, fine, delete, delete, delete. And I like change the word, but it's like the funniest thing ever. So anyways, I don't know. I just outed that I'm like crazy. So that I hear these voices and these people. I actually don't really hear them. It's just like I see the scenes, and then I just get like urges of like, no, this has to be the word. Anyway,
that's what imagination's for.
Exactly, right. Okay, so let's see. You already answered who would be your mate, or in this case, mates, plural. You don't know. I mean, why not at two Megs? You could totally just have the whole crew. Oh,
Why
we
not?
might have lost Megs. Let's see. Oh, there you are.
There, I'm here.
Are you there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm here.
So, we broke by talking about you having a harem.
Yeah, why not?
Right. Okay. So, let's see. And then, well, I guess we can go to my questions here. I can't remember if we talked about this, but do you have a character or a trait from a character that you would feel that you wish you could be more like?
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't. I don't know. I wish I could. I don't know. Just be a bit more brave and confident in regards to, wanting to write down my stuff that's going through my head sometimes. And just getting that confidence to do it. So, yeah. But I don't know which character that could relate to. So, probably all of them.
Yeah, a little bit
Girl
of
power. All of the girls.
Yeah, they all have a little bit of, and you'll see. So, like, specifically in book one, Callie, she's brave and courageous in her own way. So, I for her, like, how that comes up for her, or how I see her being brave and courageous is like, she's just thrown into this world, like,
Yeah.
and she still follows her heart. She doesn't let the fear like suck her under or like paralyze her, or so she's still like, she goes for it. She trusts her feeling, even though she's like, this is all batshit crazy. Like, what is happening with my life? Like, legit, pause. What is really happening?
Yeah.
And yet she can still like go with the flow, and she still like faces it. And I remember when she's like, okay, so we're about to teleport. Like, what the hell? Like, okay,
Like what?
sure, why not? And like,
2 seconds ago I was human.
yeah, exactly. 2 seconds ago, I was a human. Spoiler, not really, but but now I'm not. And so in her way, Callie's very brave and courageous, but in her own specific way. And I like to think of it as like, it's kind of like a low key brave and courageous. It's not really like I would say Star. Okay, so Star, she is like, okay, first of all, she's a badass, right? She's a badass.
She is.
And she's like more of like if you think of like courage as like a warrior, like a, warrior-esque to make it feminine. So she's like courageous, not like typical, really like warrior type of courage. So she's like outwardly like, she will, so that's kind of like her kind of courage. You don't know this yet, so I'm trying to think of how to say this without spoiling. But Aaliyah, we do get to see her courage really blossom. She really blossoms in her courage. And so far, what we know of her right now, and her acts of courage have been about standing in her truth. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I was born to be in this station, you know, my DNA demands that I be in this station, but this is not like who I am. Like, just because I'm a healer, like I feel like this is her speaking.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I'm a healer born as an aristocrat doesn't mean that I can't heal the people who I feel like truly need to be healed, you know? Like I want to guess in that way. And so her courage so far, and we will see a lot more as the story continues to unfold in books 3 and 4. We'll see a lot more of how her courage is not only like standing in her truth of like staying true to herself and like what she believes in and making that declaration, but also you'll see it on like a personal, she battles on like a personal level of her kind of courage. So you'll see, and let's see, so Kina, oh yeah, so Kina, she's brave in the way of how she's stood up against her past and like speaking her own truth.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, to be in that kind of a situation, that toxic relationship, an abusive relationship, and to have the strength and courage to love someone, but know that that kind of love is not serving you.
Not
It's
right. Yeah.
That's hard. It's hard to walk away. He does it multiple times.
Yeah.
So I think for you, I feel like the kind of, you could really pull from all of those types of bravery.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
just write it down. You told me that. Write it down. Carry a book with you and just write it down.
Not but you don't have to answer, but is there something that you feel like is holding you back from writing?
I don't know. Just that, I don't know. Can I be as creative? You know, like after everything I've read, you know, can I be that creative? You know, what pops in my head is different to something that pops in other people's head. You know, everyone's imagination is different, and, you know, what path would I want to write in, you know, like what sort of genre or that sort of thing. And, you know, I definitely, you know, spoiler for me, I wouldn't write in my own name. I would actually give myself an alter ego.
You would? Okay.
I would. I wouldn't. Just in case, you know, it was a bit saucy. You know, I don't want my 5-year-old to take it to school. So,
right.
Your mum wrote this? Yeah, no.
Right. Like, and my book report is on, and you're like, oh, no.
Big trouble. Big trouble.
Show and tell. My mom wrote this story. It's like some half-naked guy on the cover. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But also, you know, like, I suppose, like, life in itself, like a journey, being realistic about certain things. Like, our daughter was IVF, and it took quite a few rounds to get her, and just be blessed and that sort of thing. And kind of, do I want to go that route? You know, do I want to, you know, write a little bit about myself and, you know, how those journeys can be, you know, a happy one, even though they're very hard. But, you know, that sort of thing. It's just trying to find my feet where I would want to go if I decided to jot stuff down and write. So, yeah. So that's in a nutshell. That's how I feel. Yeah. Like, where would my imagination take me? Like a real, like, down to earth, like what life's about, or, you know, let's go into a fantasy world and just, you know, explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can do it all. Like,
yeah,
I hope my stories, like, when I first started to write these stories, they I've said this before, but they're more than just stories to me. They're stories, and they incorporate, in my eyes, I believe it, and I hope they do for everyone else, is they incorporate so much real life lessons. And even though it is fantasy, there is a piece of like authenticity to it, you know?
Absolutely.
Journeys. And so and the beauty with these stories is that they're, to me, they're like art. So you make them your own, you know?
That's it. That's why I love like all of you guys, you like authors just in general. It just takes you away from real life, especially at these times, you know, like, you know, through all this pandemic, like we've never seen anything like it before in our lives, and we may not again. But, you know, like a lot of these books have gotten so many people through this situation, and, you know, taking you away from the reality of life in itself, even if it's just for, you know, a short moment. It just takes you away, and that's why I love reading. That is exactly why I love reading, like just taking you away. And now that's why I love writing reviews as well. So, you know, it's kind of become my little passion. My husband, even if he does jump back on again, you know, he always says, but what do you get out of it? You know, like, do you get a free book or anything like that? And I'm like, no, I get it 2 weeks earlier than everybody else, and I get to read it, and then I get to review it. And he's like, but you don't get a free book. I said, it doesn't matter. That's not what it's about for me. It's about getting the book a little bit earlier and getting to experience that journey, and then writing a review, an honest review, and, you know, saying how you felt about it, like honestly. And and that's what I get out of writing reviews. So yeah, thank you for having me on board. So
thank you for doing that, and for being a like a thoughtful reviewer. And it's like, it is a skill when you're and I would say it's the same as like writing too, like even just like writing stories. It's the very first time it's like but then now it's like you have a template, like you legit have so it's like, you know, you get better and better over time. It's like muscle memory, you know. So the same thing with writing. And so I would say, Megs, just write, even if it never ends up being anything, and it's like just ends up staying in your diary. Like you could always little scenes or a line or whatever.
That's so true.
Yeah,
that's so true. It's been years since I've had a diary. Like, I've got a diary, but it's for, you know, work purposes. But,
homework. No, just kidding.
Homework. No, it's actually my friend's book.
Oh, okay, I love Friends so much.
So does my daughter.
It's great.
I'm glad she doesn't get it all though, but
I just, okay, wait, actually it's been like 2 months now, maybe. My boyfriend and I, like, were obsessed with we still are, but like cheesecake. We were on this like cheesecake binge.
I read the episode.
We were, and so it got to the point where we were like, no, I'm gonna get my own, and then I'm gonna get my own slice for later too. And so we legit were getting like 4 freaking slices of like these giant
cheesecake.
They're like 1,000 calories of freaking slice. What? Anyways, so it got to this point where we were like, no, I'm getting my own slice. Like, screw the sharing. Like, what do we? No sharing. Then I just started busting up laughing like so hard, and my boyfriend's like, what's so funny? And I was like, the cheesecake episode from
cheesecake.
What are you talking about? And I was like, I don't know. So I had to share it with him.
I know, I can't remember what season it is, but yeah, no, I do remember. Yep.
Eating it
dropping it on the floor.
It's not good. Yeah, we were basically Chandler and God, why can I not remember Monica?
Joey and Rachel. Yeah.
I was gonna say something. Oh, okay. So you were talking about how last year was a lot of books were a huge escape for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually had COVID, and so I was sick with COVID.
Oh my God, you poor thing.
Yeah, it really hit me hard. Okay, so it was crazy, but the reason I mention it is because twofold. I actually wrote lots of Deacon Star. I want to say like a huge chunk when I was actually sick with COVID. It was crazy. I was like in bed, sick, not
sick.
Not good, and this was towards the tail end of it, so not the end. Like there was like a 2-week period where I literally was just in bed, feeling like the world was like, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I just feel like terrible. Anyways, whatever. That's not the point of it. The point of what I was sharing, because it is interesting that you guys will a part of, I guess, when I always think about like me writing Deacon Star, it will I'll always think of the pandemic, because that was like a huge part. And even last year, I mean, it was like crazy how it all worked out. I just so happened to publish my books last year, you know, like during the pandemic. Like, okay, this is crazy. And so I remember, this is what I was gonna say, is I was writing Deacon Star while I was sick with COVID, and I published, this all happened in July. And so Callie's story published, I think it was July 20th or July 19th, July 20th. And I was sick with COVID during that time. And so I remember being like, this is crazy. Like, Callie's book is publisher, Blake and Callie's book is publishing. And then I am writing Deacon Star, like sick on the freaking couch and in the bed. And you know, editing book 2. It was crazy. Also, when I was really in that like intense period of like in bed, like couldn't write, couldn't do anything, I'm an avid reader. I love paranormal romance. I love fantasy romance like nobody's business. I will binge read them like nobody's business. And so one of the readers, Rita, hi Rita, I don't know if she's here, but she actually read my stories and she was like, I loved Calypso's heart, blah, blah, blah. And then she recommended Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorn and Roses series. And so when I was sick with COVID, like legit, I couldn't write or do anything for like a solid 2-week period. Her books were a huge escape for me. And luckily each book was like literally like 26 hours long or something. So
wow.
I don't remember how long, but they brought me through it. They really brought me through it. So I hope my books offer an escape to people who need it too.
Absolutely. I'm glad you got through it.
Yeah. Thank you. We were
That's
lucky.
Okay.
We didn't need to go to the hospital or anything, but I will always remember.
Goodness.
Yeah, I will.
Because all we can do over here is watch. You know, it's hard. You know, you look and you just think, oh my gosh, you know, everything happening around the world, and you know, we're lucky here in Australia. We are lucky. So I know our Prime Minister shut our borders really quickly, and we were okay for a while, and we are okay. So, but in saying that though, you know, we're stuck here. We can go to New Zealand, that's it. So,
it's a pretty sweet deal. You guys can go to New Zealand. Like it's the 2 places I really want to visit are Australia. Well, I want to visit a lot of places, but definitely on the bucket list are Australia and New Zealand for sure. Do you read Nalini Singh?
I have, yes, in the past, yes.
So last night I just finished one of her books, her Rockstar series, her first book in the Rockstar series. I don't know if you've read it or not.
No.
So part of it was took place in New Zealand, and I was like, oh, this is why I want to visit here. And then they like went to then they flew over to Australia, and they like visited this like, I don't know, they were able to like be with the koalas and like hold them, and I was like, I want to hold koalas. Like, please. So
I only got to hold one just recently, actually, for the first time. Would you believe? His name was Bentley. He was 2, and he peed on me. But you know, it was very cute. It was very cute.
Oh.
I shall send you a photo.
Send me a photo.
I'll email you a photo.
Send me a photo. I want to see. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. What time is it? Okay, so we have been at this for an hour. Wow. That went by so fast. Let me see if there's any questions or anything. Does anyone have any questions?
When is Deacon Star coming out? There you go. There's a question.
Right. Okay. So you know what's funny is you are the second person to ask me that today.
Okay.
So, and the reason it's funny is because yesterday I was talking to the editor, and we were trying to hone in on a date for Deacon's.
Yep.
And so I feel like I don't have an exact date yet, but it's going to be this fall. There's so much, just if you guys don't know, there's so much that goes into
absolutely,
publishing a freaking story. You would not believe all of the things.
I can only imagine.
It's so crazy. And then editing alone, and like these stories are so big, 700 pages. It's like that also takes, I mean, really these books are like kind of like 2 books in one. And so
yeah,
it takes like double the time, double the editing, double all the things. And so yeah, it's so anyways, to answer your long story short, to answer your question, this fall I should be having soon. I want to say in the next like week or so, I'll probably be able to get a better understanding of like an actual date, but it will be in the fall. So
your fall is our...
Oh, good point. Yeah. So like,
I'm thinking your fall is like coming into summer. Is that like September-ish?
So we're actually...
You're in summer.
We're about to go into summer. Yep. We're about to go
going into winter.
You guys are about to go into winter?
Yeah.
Okay. So, not this like season, but
the next. By the end of the year. There we go.
Yes. So before the holidays for sure. So before, well, I guess it's not even the holidays for you guys either. So before the end of the year, let's see. Yeah. So, I don't think September. I think that'll be pushing it. It'll probably be October.
Okay.
Probably October sometime. I'll get a better idea. But it'll probably be around October. But like you said, because you're on the ARC team, you get it
September.
Right. I remember, but you'll get it 2 weeks before a whole published world. So
Yay.
I'm really excited about it. There's like a lot of editing that's going into it. And part of it is because their story is so different than I mean, like Riker's and Keena's story was so different from Blake and Callie's story, and and Deacon's and Star's story is so different from the other two. And it's like, I'm also writing book 4 right now. No, we don't know who it's about yet, so I'm not going to spoil that for you. You'll find out. Probably you'll be able to guess by the end of book 3. But I'm writing book 4, and it's the same thing. It's so different from all the other stories.
Yeah.
Each editing and publishing journey is a journey in itself. And so book 3 has been like a long journey, and the editing has been crazy. So like, I think it's also because like, as I'm learning and growing as an author and it's like, I'm learning the more and more. And so like it's like kind of like fine tuning. And so when I probably will look back on this whole series, book 3, I'll be like, it'll be crazy because I'll be like, yeah, okay, I had COVID when I was writing it, but also like the editing for book 3 is like this. It's been a journey. It's been a journey, and it's still going on, but we're close. I've added, tweaked. So yeah, I'm to be not like I'm not being honest all the time here, but to share a little secret, I am a little bit nervous what you guys all will think of Deacon and Star's story because their characters are so different. So different. So
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Thank you.
Well, the first 2 are fabulous, so the next one's going to be epic.
Hopefully they just keep getting better and better. That's
as
I hope I keep getting better and better. And that's also like, yeah, so I appreciate your guys' feedback and your reviews and your support and all your love because it helps me keep going.
That's what we're here for.
Yay. Okay, so do you have any other questions or anything else?
I think that was it. Yeah, I just wanted to know when the next chapter is going to be, and that sort of thing. So
So coming soon, probably October. Not sure yet. I'll let you and everyone know once it's up for pre-order. And yeah, I think that's it. I feel like we're at a wrap, right?
Yeah. Plus it's getting late over there, is it not? What time is it over there now?
It is 6:46.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No.
Yeah, it's nearly midday.
Yep. But considering I usually
Tuesday.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Today is hold on.
You're in Monday.
Today is Monday for me, but you're in the
future. I'm in the future, yeah.
You're Tuesday. My day. Yeah, it is getting late though because low key I usually am in bed by like these days because I'm like injured and I can't work out or do anything, so I'm usually in bed by like 6:37 reading, like, and then I go to bed at like 8 or 9. It's really
nice.
Almost.
I do the same thing.
You do the same thing?
I do. I try. Well, unless I'm doing a late shift or a night duty or something. Yeah. I go to bed early if I'm on a day off.
I know. So. I'm like, yesterday it was Sunday and I wrote a little bit, and then it just was like one of those days where I was like, I'm just gonna be in bed and just totally binge for like 6 hours on a book. Like insane. Like it was great. I don't have those days.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I know. I usually every day I'm writing. Well, not every day, but times I'm writing, and so it's like a balance between writing and reading. But yesterday I was like, oh, I just need to write.
Something else.
I mean, read. Yeah, I just need to read.
Something else. Yeah, break. A break for you. Time out.
What is the break? I don't even know what that word means anymore. Almost 9 p.m. for me. Mary, where are you located? Curious, actually, anyone who's here, where is everyone located here? How many of you guys
I can see one of the girls from my work. Hi, Carly. She's due to have a baby soon, and my mother-in-law just jumped on too.
I see. Okay, I see Carly. Hello. And your mother-in-law? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, mother-in-law. How funny. So your husband came, all your friends came?
Yeah.
How fun.
A couple of friends came on, yeah. Yeah.
San Antonio. Okay. So you're in Texas. That's awesome. Wait, so you're... Yeah.
It's later there.
Yeah, 9 p.m. she says. 2 hours. Is that 2 hours? I don't know. My brain.
Ahead. Yeah.
My brain.
I only know that because the other author doing Facebook Lives, it's usually around 10:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning here. So, yeah. So that's just, I've got it all on my Apple Watch, so I know what time it is everywhere else.
Okay, I need to do that. I actually need to do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really, really bad at that. I'm like, if the computer doesn't tell me. Okay, so I think that's it. I feel like this is a wrap.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
thank
you
you
for reaching out to me. That was awesome.
Thank you for hopping on here and experiencing this. For the first time, we're all kind of just
Yeah.
this, and thank you all for joining in and listening in for, I don't know how long we've been doing this now, a little over an hour.
Over an hour, yeah.
So thank you for being here and watching, and if you made it this far, wow, thank you. You've carved out some time to listen to us chat about who the heck knows what, and I hope you guys had a few laughs along the way, and yeah, I think that's it. So thank you so much, Megs, for being here. Thank you.
That's okay. Anytime.
Yay. I'll
do it again.
Hey, I might take you up on that. So
anytime.
What you ask for. Just kidding. So okay. Yay. I think that's a wrap.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You.
Thank you, everyone.
No worries.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Hey.
I'll stay in touch.
Yes. And let me know if you end up writing anything.
I will. Thank you. You'll be the first to know.
That's your homework assignment.
Grab my friend's book now.
Okay, so I can't remember how to do.
Bye.
Bye, Megs.
Bye. Thank you.